guys. The second part of this project was to design a pet for your avatar. I decided to do a pet goldfish for my avatar. So I'm going to kind of just use the same techniques that we've done on everything else. Draw the line art first, and then render it with color, and then keep everything separated on different layers. I'm going to kind of just do this one from scratch, freehand. I'm going to turn on at the top here time lapse just in case I have to do that. So the first thing I want to do is select my tool, which is going to be a pen tool. And I'm going to pick a size for my tool, and then I'm going to just kind of like sketch out the body of my goldfish. So it'll be his gills. I'll have a big pot belly, little tail. And then I'm going to do his eye there. I don't like that, so I'm going to go to my hard eraser and erase it. Back to my tool. Okay, and then his other eye, little nose. Put some scales in there because he's a fish. And you know, if I need to clean this up, if I made like the gills a little bit too big, and then I can go back and forth and edit the drawing. Remember, it's just a rough sketch. Okay, and then I'm going to do his big beautiful tail. And the fin portions of his tail be represented by, I'm going to move the puck there, it's kind of in the way, lines. And then there'll be a different part of his tail. Erase a little bit. So this lesson is really just for you to watch me kind of do my thing on how I would design and implement my own character. For your character, I would get on the internet for your avatar or your pet, both. Find something that inspires you, whether you're tracing or you're going to try to freehand it like Mr. Rodriguez shows or how I'm doing now. Save the photo and bring it into Sketchbook. Okay. And then I'm going to just add a few details here to my sketch. A few more scales. And my big fat pot-bellied goldfish is done. So now I'm going to add a new layer. You move the puck here. This is the puck. Put it below. So when you want to move a layer, you click on the layer, hold down, and it highlights like that, then you can drag it where you want it to go. So on my new layer here, I'm going to go to my puck and get like a medium color for him, which will be a sort of a scarlety orange. And then I'm going to go to big brush, And I'm going to quickly fill him in with color. This would be called the local color. I'm being a little sloppy because of time constraints. I'm going to attempt to clean that up in a second here. Hopefully keep this video down to less than 15 minutes. Alright, and so the local color is just like what is your overall tone, and sometimes it's just real helpful to fill the whole thing in with your local color. Remember, you want to be painting on a new layer. Always keep your eyes on your layers so that you don't end up screwing up something that you should not screw up. Alright, now I gotta clean that up, so I'm gonna use my hard eraser. The hard eraser is found in your library under legacy, and actually, you know, edit the tools on your app. Like I could take this eraser, drag it over, and plop it right in my toolbar there. So that's how you customize your toolbar. I really didn't show that up until now just because, you know, it wasn't necessary, but now, since you're becoming more adept at this software, you can do things like that. So we've been working on this program for about 4 weeks now. Whoops, I can clean that up later. And you should be getting more comfortable with it as we go. The basis of all the lessons is basically what I'm doing now is line art, and on one layer, and color on another. Okay, clean up his head. I kind of like to have a sketchy appearance to my art. You know, some artists are more refined and clean it up better. I like to have mine more hand-drawn look, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so now we need to add some different colors here. So, you know, let's just pick a new tool. You can go pick a paintbrush and let's add in some, let's lock the pixels. Remember how we do that? We go to the layer and making it blink dark on and off. We lock the pixels. That prevents you from drawing anywhere where there's no color, but where there is color, you can draw. Okay, so I have my regular paintbrush here. I don't like the way that looks. That looks horrible. So let's go to the airbrush, the good old airbrush tool. So the good old airbrush tool is going to allow me to kind of, I need to scale it up, go in there and start painting in some, I have opacity on, so I'm going to fix that too. Go in and start painting in some highlights for my fish. My fish's name will be Norm, and we'll paint some. So I'm just kind of painting in my overall highlights on various areas. It looks like I need to really clean up that area of color, so I'm going to unlock the pixels. I was super sloppy here. I don't know what happened. Thought I cleaned that up, but I guess I missed it. Alright, so highlighting, shadows, go with the same tones. Red, I think maybe need a darker red. Okay, different portions of his tail. Hopefully I keep the pixels locked, and see, when the pixels are locked I can't spill off the edge here. It only affects the color. Super amazo. Photoshop does that too, by the way, though. I really need to clean up down there, so I'm going to unlock the pixels just to do that. And I noticed I need to get a little bit of brush. And oops, I didn't unlock the pixels. Okay, and then I could go ahead and if I need to snipe a color, remember you can click on your puck and go over here to the eyedropper, snipe a color. Oops, I sniped black. Undo. There we go. Okay. And then I want to now kind of draw in some individual hard highlights. So I'm going to kind of go in there and, oops, that's too big. Of course, I'm being a little bit sloppy, like I said before, because of time constraints. I don't have the time to do those perfect norm. You gotta imagine your light source. Remember that. So you gotta think about like what direction is the light coming in from? Is the light? I'm gonna unlock the pixels here. Is the light coming in from this direction? So then all my highlights will be there, and my shadows will be opposite. Lock the pixels. Locking the pixels is good. All right. And get a softer lemony yellow for some highlights. Alright, we'll get a regular yellow or golden. Okay. We can get the airbrush again. Get my dark shadow. Okay, and there's Norm, my avatar pet.